Welcome back explorers, my name is Packer and welcome back to another fakemon video. In today's video, I've created 3 Pokémon that have evolved from a selection of 10 Pokémon in a competition. I then entered 2 of the 3 designs as that was the cap for it. So without further ado, let's get into this video. For my first Pokémon, I'll be evolving this Axolotl Pokémon. It comes from an interesting True Green video where the Pokémon has only 1 stat, and that was special defense. Olms look like axolotls and dragons and live in flooded caves. So why don't I create an evolution that is draconic and has spent years training its stats in a cave. First, I'll start with its head. It will have blind eyes with glasses made of water, as well as little whiskers with water-shaped hands covering them. It will also have small shaped horns on the top of its head, shaped like snail shells. The body will be hunched over with stripes going down its back, as well as a spiral going down its tail. I will then add little limbs and wings that have been enveloped in water. Now introducing Olmagod, the old timer Pokemon from Olm and God, a water dragon type with the abilities Water Absorb, Damp, and the hidden ability Swift Swim. Once a Specialotl reaches a certain point in their life, they will set out in search of a freshwater cave. They will call this their home for the remainder of their life, which can be up to 2 centuries. It is here where they will undergo harsh training, which splits its special defense in half and transfers it over to its special attack. The unique composition of the minerals in its cave it dwells in will determine when it will evolve into Olmagod and how its other stats get boosted. I really enjoyed creating this Pokemon. If it was real, I could see it having a small fan base, but loyal like Drampa. If it was in the anime, I could see it in a retirement home alongside Drampa as well. Now, on to my next Pokemon. I'll be creating an evolution for this tardigrade Pokemon with astronaut attributes. It comes from a video where True Green created Pokemon based on microorganisms. A nickname for tardigrades is the water bear. So why don't I combine a bear with a space shuttle in order to create a evolution for this Pokemon. Firstly, I'll start with its head. It'll be very bear-like and it will look like it's wearing the hood astronauts wear, and its eyes will have crescent moons in it. Its body will contain 6 limbs, 4 of which will be used to hold onto spaceships, while the other 2 will use water propulsion so this Pokemon can move quickly. I'll add wings to the side of its body, as well as a hump to its back where it stores water. Its tail will look like that of a plane, and finally, spheres of water will be around its head and on top of its hump. Now introducing Astronaut, the space shuttle Pokemon from Ursa and Astronaut, a water flying type with the abilities Cloudline, Damp, and hidden ability Water Veil. Astronaut were thought to come into existence via the energy given off from evolution. However, it has actually just been evolving from its microscopic pre-evolution. When they evolve, they are startled as their world changes in a drastic way. This Pokemon desires to go to outer space and has discovered it can use its 4 front limbs to attach itself to the hull of a rocket to achieve its goal. Entire squadrons of Astronaut work together to use their back limbs to achieve escape velocity via water and air propulsion. Once in space, they will have fun racing and battling to their heart's content. Scientists have discovered that the microorganisms living in astronauts' water have the ability to survive the vacuum of space. It may result in seeding life on other uninhabited planets. This Pokemon isn't the best in my opinion, but I thought I would submit it anyway as I only had 2 designs at the time of the competition. Now, for my third and final design, I decided to create something just to lengthen this video, as it may be too short. So I thought I'd take one of the competition selection and evolve it subtly like Game Freak. The Pokemon I choose was Hudlif, a Pokemon consisting of stacked stones that look like 2 penguins, which is from True Green's video, If I Laugh, a Pokemon is Born. I want to evolve this Pokemon, subtly like Game Freak, to be the equivalent of Mousehold. By giving this Pokemon a family, I did just that. I gave this Pokemon 3 chicks that look like stacked stones on top of its arms. One that is tired, one that is awake, and one that is sleeping. Now, introducing Collarlif, the solid Pokémon from Colony and Monolith. A pure rock type with the abilities Friend Guard, Sturdy and hidden ability Rockhead. Cololith don't change much evolution wise from their Prevo, other than a change in size. However, this gives it the parental capabilities to look after children. These three chicks have varying personalities which can make or break this Pokemon. During storms, Cololith will unite and stack together to create a fortress to protect their children, and Hudlith. I barely changed this Pokemon, but I think it gets across a very niche Game Freak design philosophy. Thank you for watching this video. I had fun creating it. Please like, subscribe and comment as it helps me out a lot. And as always, farewell for now.